Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In this one, we want to talk about psychological language, and basically how this type of language can be used inappropriately by people that are trying to manipulate.
Like when someone says that you're a narcissist or all their exes are narcissists.
Yeah,
Right?
or that you're gaslighting them when all you're doing is disagreeing, or when I don't know. Maybe another one is they say that you're defensive, or there's a lot of examples, and we're not going to go over like every single example out there. The reason we just want to make this short video here is because we talk a lot about psychology and particularly relationships in the content that we make.
And this is a huge problem I see on the internet too. Like people will come into the comment section and be like, "You're gaslighting."
Yeah.
So something that you can do to circumvent that, misusing psychological terminology to manipulate people, is describe what they're doing.
Yep.
That's the easy way out of that, right?
Yeah, describe what they're doing, or I mean, even it's as simple as just asking them, "Oh, I am, like, can you explain that more?" Because once they have to actually start analyzing the supporting evidence or whatever for that statement, sometimes it falls through the cracks. And they realize, oh, well, maybe they weren't, or they themselves get defensive over it, right? Because they can't do that.
Well, that's a tricky thing though. If someone's actually like being gaslit, they will get defensive because that's the whole gaslighting process. You make them question the reality.
Okay, yeah.
And then you're like, well, explain that.
Yeah. Okay, well, good example. But for like other things that that could work. So there's very clearly nuance involved. So the point of this video is just to kind of put out a warning. We talk about these terms and we talk about how they show up in a lot of ways. And we just want to make all of you aware that other people are going to be using these terms as they learn them, but that doesn't mean that they're using these terms appropriately. And that really sucks, but that also means that's on you to play checks and balances. You need to have enough knowledge and open-mindedness to be able to actually question whether you're actually engaging in any of these detrimental thought habits.
That's why I just leave it all out of the conversation when I'm usually dealing with anyone online or anything. I'll just describe what they're doing.
Yeah, and
it's not when you start throwing terms out there, they get defensive anyway. So
yeah,
you're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, no, that's a really important point, and I want to emphasize that. If you just throw at somebody like you're projecting and then end it there, really, it's your fault that now you're being inflammatory in a way, because you're clearly not trying to continue the discussion either. So if you take a moment to describe what they're doing, that is more of a good faith actor type of a deal, where instead of like you just throwing out a term which is going to raise emotions and then leaving it at that, which is essentially then dismissing the other person. It's kind of like a backhand type of thing. So yeah, it's always just safe bet to describe what they're doing, clarify your position, with as much detail as you feel comfortable doing. It's not
leave the psychological terminology to your writing or something.
Yeah, and it's not always important to
label something.
Yeah, or to continue a conversation, right? Usually, you can do this maybe once or twice or however many times you're comfortable with, but at a point you just kind of step away, and other people will read that and see it. So, okay, well, I think that was kind of our little rant that we wanted to talk about. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, you found it useful, and if you did, please share it with your friends, give it a like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.